Welcome into the Better and Green podcast. Today is our Green Live. It's Monday, the Monday after the NFL draft. Hockey's wrapping up. NBA's wrapping up. We have a new thing today, guys. Look above me. It says subscribe and comment your name to make it on the Wall of Fame. And ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Wall of Fame. Easy as pie. All you got to do is subscribe and comment your name. I got these papers right here. You know what? I don't care. If we run out of papers, I'll get more. I'll have Ethan go chop down a tree. Wyatt can process it. We're not environmentalists here. But talking about wood, Wyatt, I saw you knocking it around on the show yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Looked better than the actual Cardinals.
Yeah, I just got MLB. I was convinced to get in it last night, and yeah, I suck, but it's fun. So I'll probably be on TikTok a couple more times playing the show late at night.
Guys, check out Wyatt. He's at Worst Bets. Check out his TikTok. It was some fantastic content. The Bruins just got beat. I needed something else to watch, so I hopped on TikTok and watched Wyatt for a little bit. Ethan, I got on Twitter today and saw you. You are giving Vegas fits, buddy.
Well, not quite as much as Wyatt was in April, but yeah, it's 4 straight winning months to open up 2023. So, the last 2, they weren't great. I think I won just over 8 units in April, and then I literally won 3 units in March, but profit's profit. So hopefully keep it rolling into May.
You're never going to complain. Never going to complain about making money. I just got back from the NFL draft. We have a video out right now. If you want to see what it was like to attend, make sure you guys go check that out. I think we're at 35 likes or something. This is our first live starting with 200 subscribers. So welcome everybody that's watching right now. We're happy to have you. Welcome in. So how do we want to start today? I mean, we got a lot of topics to cover.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Maybe run with the big 3 and then get into some other stuff after that.
Okay. Ethan, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I can start. Okay, I really love this play, but also I'm basically dead if this play doesn't hit. So Rangers money line is my first bet of the night. Elimination game 7 in New Jersey, which worries me a bit, but Rangers have 2 wins in New Jersey already. They only have 1 back home at MSG. Road teams have somewhat dominated these playoffs so far, so I'm not too concerned. It's obviously also extremely close in proximity, Jersey to New York. I just think the Rangers are the better, more experienced team. I think they have a goaltender edge with Shesterkin. Obviously some savvy vets, Patty Kane, Vlad Tarasenko, Chris Kreider, Mika Zibanejad, all those guys. Patrick Kane, I mean, he went to the Rangers solely to make a Stanley Cup run here at the tail end of his career. So I think we got a big effort out of him tonight. I know the 3 of us kind of like him to score a point tonight. Don't hate him to score a goal as well. I think, if he doesn't do it now, he might not have a better chance again in his career. So really like the Rangers. Think they get it done. Maybe 4-2 is kind of what I'm looking for here. But minus 110 on that.
Perfect.
Yeah, this has been an interesting game. I've been watching the line movement since this morning. It probably was moving more than this, but the Rangers are up to plus 110 at one point. Now it's back to I'll pick them pretty much. Both teams at minus 110. Yeah, I stayed away. I want to root for the Rangers. I think the Devils kind of have came back. The Rangers are up 2-0 at the Devils to start this series and then kind of collapsed, to be honest. They needed to win in game 6 to force a game 7, and then now they're in game 7. So I stayed away just because I have no idea what's going on. Obviously, I'll be rooting for the Rangers, but super weird game for me. I'm going to do something a little unlike me, and I'm going to go the MLB, even though I'm terrible at the MLB. If you remember from previous shows, I was down 85 units last MLB season. But we're going to start off, hopefully, the MLB a little bit better, and I'm going to take my Nationals plus 115 tonight against the Guardians. And the sole reason for this, there's no way the Nationals are ever this close to a even game. You usually find them close to plus 200. But the Nationals have Gore on the mound, who I didn't even know they had. Acquired him, I believe, from the Guardians. So it's kind of a payback game for Gore or a revenge game. And then the Cleveland's pitcher on the mound, Quaintrell, however you pronounce his, or sorry, they're playing the Cubs. But the Cubs has Smiley on the mound, who sucks this year. So I like the Nationals at plus 115. I've caught the Nationals on the wrong end twice already this year. So hopefully now that I bet them, they can actually win as well. But yeah, going to the baseball, I'm going to see if I can get lucky with a little positive money Nats bet.
I like it. And since we started, guys, we gained a subscriber. We're up to 208. Hey,
Sweet.
welcome in. If you're still watching, give me that name, man. I'd love to have you be the first person to make the Wall of Fame. I mean, there's got to be something said about being the first.
I wonder if they want. I wonder if they want tarps off again from Wyatt.
He decided that he didn't like our content.
Oh, he did. He went back down. If you're watching,
That son of a gun.
Oh, he's
This
back.
got absolutely bamboozled.
He's back.
Oh, he's back.
Hey,
Maybe
welcome back, baby. Give us that name, man. I'd love to get you up there.
we appreciate you testing out that live counter for us.
Absolutely.
It works.
It does work.
It works.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. We're going to go with, I'm sticking on the ice, and I'm actually sticking all with the same game today. I'm going with that Patrick Kane over the half point. It's minus 143, I think you found, right, Wyatt?
Yep. Points bet had it at 143.
Yeah, so that's the best odds you're going to get it at. Patrick Kane, I'm trying to remember exactly how it was. He didn't score in the last two, but he did in all the other ones, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I really like the last game had Tarasenko getting all the points. I think they have very similar ice time. I think that switches and Kane gets back on the score column.
Love it. Probably will play that myself.
Perfect.
I am going also to baseball, also to plus odds. So Wyatt and I kind of taking a shot here, but I'm gonna take plus 190 on the Cincinnati Reds tonight, which is disgusting. They're on the road at San Diego. San Diego had, I think, a 7-game road trip and then just had that Mexico City trip, which were technically home games, but they haven't been in their own park for 9 games now. Love fading teams off of that long road trip. The Reds are in the middle of a road trip themselves. They've been doing pretty well. I think they just dropped their last game to Oakland, but I think racked up 3 or 4 wins before that. So I hate the spot for San Diego. Blake Snell on the mound hasn't been having a great year. So I think it's just bad spot for San Diego, bad pitcher. I think the Reds can spring the upset. And at plus 190, I'm all over it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing on that one. I actually, and this isn't going to be one of my plays, but I actually parlayed the Nats plus 1.5 and the Astros on the money line for the same reason. Astros are playing the Giants. Giants just got off of the Mexico City trip. Now have to travel to Houston. And that Mexico City wasn't even baseball. Of course, I took the over in the second game and it has 10 total runs, but that was pretty much like they're playing softball. So they have to get, not like it takes them that hard to get reaccustomed, but it's just weird. And then traveling over borders and whatnot, I for the same reason, like the Astros over the Giants. But that's not my play. I'm going to go to the NBA for my final 2 plays. And I posted this one on our Daily Plays YouTube, but I'm taking Tyrese Maxey over 23.5 points. Absolutely love this. I got it at, the line now I saw was at 24. So it's actually moving not in my direction, which kind of scares me a little bit. I could be on the wrong side here, but basically the thought process is Embiid's out. If you look at Embiid's last 3 games for the Celtics, he had 52, 41, and 38 points. So that is, in each of those games, he is by far the highest scorer on the team. So without him there, someone has to make up for those points. And I think Vegas has made the line way too big at plus 10 or minus 10 in favor for the Celtics, which is ridiculous. But I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to say Maxey's going to get points because someone has to, and I don't think it's going to be Harden. So I'm putting my money on Maxey.
I like it. Now, before I get to my pick, we have a question from Joe Smith on YouTube. Panarin over 2 shots on goal. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked it's that low. If you can get that, I would take that for sure.
Who is that again?
Panarin.
Oh, Panarin. Yeah,
I'd have
he's
to check
a tough
some
guy.
recent.
He's like I don't know. I've gone on the wrong side of Panarin a couple times, so I'm hesitant taking him, but I think he's due. I think he had 1 or 2 last game. So if we're doing the strategy of he's due, then he's due, I think.
Yeah.
Let me look into some recent history here.
Perfect. And while he's digging on that, Joe, let us know if you're subscribed so we can get you up on that wall.
Looks like 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, if it's over 2, he's at least pushed that in every game but one. Yeah, I like the Rangers. Just give a big effort from all those guys. I think Panarin, Fox, Zibanejad, Kreider, Patty Kane, Tarasenko. I think you get it from everyone. So, yeah, I don't have a problem playing that at all.
Okay, I'm going to segue that one because that actually works perfect. I do have his shots on goal, but I'm going with Tarasenko over 2.5 shots on goal. That's at plus 110 too, so you're getting plus odds in a must-win game. Tarasenko's been hot lately. I think he had 3 last game, somewhere around there. I think that's probably his baseline, and I think that's where he finishes.
Like it. God, I hope they just fire off like 50 shots on Golden Knight, 10 goals, no sweat. Love it. I will go NBA as well. Kind of ties back into Wyatt's as well. I like the Sixers plus 10, minus 105. I think it's too many points. At this point, I'm hoping Embiid's out. It sounds like he's highly doubtful. Injured player theory going on there. Love playing on a team with their star out. Game 1 especially. Yeah, just Boston probably gets it done here, but I think you'll see a big effort from, like Wyatt said, Maxey, Harden. Some of the other guys will have to step up here without Embiid. So I like Philly to stay within 10.
I knew you were going to take that one. I was like, this has Ethan written all over it. So, yeah, I might get there. I mean, we have an hour to lock that bet in. I might get there. I can't not take the Celtics, or I can't take the Celtics minus 10. I don't know who in their right mind is going to do that, which scares me a little bit. But yeah, on that, and part of why I like it so much, they've played 5 times in the regular season. So these teams have played a lot, played each other a lot. Obviously, with Embiid out, it's a huge factor, but I don't think it's worthy of 10 points. And also, the Celtics, I think, have won 4 of the 5 games in the regular season. They kind of dominated the 76ers, but each of the last 3 games were 4-point games. So, and obviously Embiid was in, so it's different with Embiid out. But we also just saw the 76ers sweep the Nets with a half broken Embiid. So I'm not too worried. I think that's a decent play. I'm going to go to the second game in the NBA. I'm going to do the Suns plus 4.5. I got at 4.5. It's at 4 now. So unfortunately also moving in the wrong direction, but I like the Suns to cover tonight plus 4.5. They got embarrassed game 1 against the Nuggets, and we've kind of been doubting the Nuggets, and it's kind of catching back up to us because the Nuggets actually look pretty good, but I can't see the Suns going down 0-2. So I like them actually on the money line, but I'm going to take them spread tonight. I also have a bunch of player props on the Suns players, but I'm just going to rock it with the Suns. I think they keep it competitive, and I ultimately think they win that game.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm just going to keep also doubting Denver until they win it all. So I'm on a very dangerous boat.
You're due at some point, though.
I'm due. That's my go-to. I'm due.
I got a question for you guys. With our daily locks, how good have those been this past month? Have those been okay, 50-50 or?
Yeah, we're pushing high 70, maybe 80%, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I got to look at the exact stat, but we are well above profitable earnings on that.
We're killing those. Wyatt's doing a video every day coming out with those. Those are nice, quick little 3-minute videos for you guys. Quick to digest. Recap yesterday's 3 picks. 3 picks the next day. Gives you the daily lock. Wonderfully done videos. And you start them off with humor sometime. Like that fire alarm going off made me laugh for 5 minutes straight.
It scared the hell out of me.
And I love that you zoomed in for it too. That was perfect. You got the full reaction. I'm gonna go with, I believe it was our lock today. The New York Rangers team total over 2.5. I believe that was the lock, right?
That's correct.
Perfect.
Yep.
I love it. I think all 3 of us love that one today.
Yep. Yeah, if I haven't said already, I love the Rangers tonight. So yeah. I think they score over 3 goals or 2.5 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. From their record in the series, when they win games, they usually win them big this series. So 5-6 total goals. So I like it a lot, and I believe it was at minus 130 something, 120, 130.
Yeah, minus 130.
So it's not, so it's not that bad of value either. So I really like that play.
I got something to bring up. Speaking back on that game, I saw earlier today that Schmid, the goalie for the Devils, his saves prop is like 24.5, which I'm like, okay. If he plays the whole game, that's got to hit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
if
a
the
low
Rangers
number.
come out and go up if they go up 3-0 in the first, does he get pulled? So I'm like on the fence of playing that.
Well,
I just can't decide how I think the Rangers are going to win. Are they going to just dominate them from the puck drop? I don't know.
yeah, he's at 24.5 still, minus 125.
It seems low.
What do they know? Do they think he's going to get peppered and like get out?
I mean, I hope. It's so low.
Speaking of goalies, why didn't the best goalie in hockey not play last night? Is it because he got destroyed in Game 6?
I have no idea.
I don't get it.
No. Yeah, that's one they're going to discuss up in that.
Because he played Game 6, right, when they scored 6 goals on him?
I assume he did,
I'll
yeah.
look back.
Because that was a bold strategy there. And that whole game, well, the Panthers' first 2 goals, what is Boston doing? They're just giving the puck away. Like, they just completely collapsed.
Yeah.
Did not look like themselves. The Panthers look like the better team, and they're not. They're clearly not the better team. The Panthers look like the better team the majority of that game. So they won that fair and square. But, yeah, bold move not to put the best player in hockey in that net.
If they had Olmark played that Game 6.
And there was, 6 on them? 6-4?
6 on him, but they scored 7. I think they got an empty netter.
Okay.
So, yeah, to me, I think Allmark probably comes back and, might allow a goal. Might shut him out.
After that
I don't know his win-loss, but, like, how many times has he lost 2 in a row? Has he ever lost 2 in a row this year?
Probably not.
I also think it's
you
funny.
put him in, and if he gets scored on in the first, then maybe you pull him or something.
Yeah. I also think it's funny that the Bruins had 12 total losses the entire year and had 4 losses within the last 8 or 10 days. So they just accumulated 33% of their losses in this one series with the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Including 3 straight when they're up 3-1.
Wow.
Also as a coach, I feel like you can tell when you're talking to your dudes if their headspace is right. So if Olmark was ready to go, I don't know why unless they saw that he was really rattled from it and he felt better.
That could be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get that.
I mean, they're both great, but I don't know. If I'm Olmark, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
So next year, we all have to agree, President's Cup winner, we're doing first round exit, taking the series prop.
Yeah.
Because this is getting ridiculous. Like,
it doesn't work.
Yeah. That's only if they beat the record for best regular season of all time. Then you bet them to go first round exit.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I will say, if the Rangers can win tonight, my 2 futures left on Dallas and New York looks a lot better than it did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So well, my Avs got knocked, so all I have is
that
Hurricanes now.
So
yeah, not great to be honest. Well, I don't know. Bad night last night for my boys.
Yeah, I've had a rough run with futures. My only future in the NBA, the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the Celtics, but it's like plus 400. It's not even like that worth it. But
right.
Should have just done the Nuggets. But I'm just going to keep doubting them.
I kept thinking of when we were doing the NHL bracket, how like they had Boston being 35% champion in brackets.
Yeah. I think maybe even more than that.
Yeah.
I think it closed at like 40 something.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So they're not winning.
Yeah. Yeah. Not only was Milwaukee my only future in the NBA, that was the only team I could literally see winning. So at this point, I have no idea. But somehow I'm really good in the NBA playoffs so far. I just can't pick who's going to win series. Game by game.
My buddy, my brother-in-law, you guys saw in that video, he placed like a $3 bet when the Heat were down big for them to just win money line. I was like, dude, no. And then he won like on a $3 bet, he won like over $100.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
And
That's
then,
not
you
bad.
know, thanks to your guys' Lions, I lose my 2 running backs in the first round bet.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Before we get into that, I was looking at news articles, thinking Ethan maybe got in a car crash or suffered a heart attack because we didn't hear from him on Friday night or Saturday, and I was getting a little worried.
It's spooky.
I saw the Lions got Hendon Hooker, and all of a sudden Ethan went MIA, so I didn't know if that put him over the top.
Remember he was saying if they get a running back and a tight end and a quarterback, he was going to be so pissed. And wasn't that like the first 4 picks?
I put out an article of what I would love and what I would hate. Running back was hate. Worst case scenario. This cannot happen. And I was talking to 18 for that. I wasn't even talking about 6. You know what? I've slept on it. I don't hate the pick like I once did. I'll say that.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, do we want to get an NFL draft now, or are we waiting?
I had one more NBA thing I was gonna say, but I forgot it. So that's okay. We can get into the draft if you guys want to.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Ben, do you want to, for all those that didn't see your video, do you want to give us your quick recap of how it was?
Yeah. And then if you guys have questions, I can answer any of those. It was awesome. We got there at 10:30. The gates were supposed to open up till noon, but they actually opened them up at 11:30 just because there was such a huge crowd. And it's kind of one of those like weird feelings where like in today's society, you know, you kind of feel like a sitting duck just because there's so many crazy people out there. So I was really happy when they opened up the gates. We got to go through. I was there with 3 buddies, and I was the only one that got picked to be randomly searched. And I was like, God damn it. So that part sucked. They're all standing on the other side laughing at me.
There goes your pint.
Yeah. Yeah. So after that, you get in. There was this super long line. It's called the Gallery, and it's basically like NFL locker room. They got stuff for every team, kind of like the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They had field goal kicking. They had deep throw accuracy, regular moving accuracy. Oh gosh, they had like the 40-yard dash. It's a bunch of dads just smoking their kids, which was kind of hilarious. At one point, they were like 11-0 because the guy was counting. Oh god, I sucked ass at the moving target competition. I don't know. I'm like really good when you're just out there playing with your friends, hitting people while they're moving. I don't know if it's because the moving pizzas didn't have hands or what happened. There's no catch radius.
Maybe it was the 312,000 people surrounding you.
Yeah, that might have been it too. Dude, all the lines were crazy. It was like over an hour to do anything. By the time I got up to the gift shop place, they were like sold out of everything. So I was trying to get a hat. They were bought out. Had some Kansas City barbecue. Sat there, waited. Like we got there about 4 hours for the draft. We were like to the draft area. We did that like Chiefs. What was it called? Like the Kingdom Experience, something like that. Got a picture with some of the cheerleaders. My brother-in-law caught a T-shirt. Got to listen to the band a little bit, and then this is what's interesting about the draft. So when you're watching it on TV, there's like a lot of stuff in between the picks because you're getting to watch their highlights and kind of like the breakdown of analysis. You don't hear those guys. They had, I forget their names, like 2 of the NFL Network ladies, and they were just like talking, saying random stuff, random people coming on stage. It's really boring when there was no pick. Like I really did miss that analysis and like being able to like watch and know who these people were.
Right.
I thought the Washington, what are they called now? Not the football team. Commanders. Taking Emmanuel Forbes over Christian Gonzalez was hilarious. But then was pissed when the Patriots got Gonzalez. So that's just a typical great move by the Patriots, terrible move by Washington. But it is awesome, man. We had a great time.
Did you see anyone famous besides those close to the stage?
Like anyone besides on stage?
Yeah. Like anyone in the crowd that was
No.
cool. Like,
Well, I mean, like you see, like the fans that you always see. So like I have
yeah,
that
like the
Chiefs guy.
fanatics or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the Packers guy, like the Randy Savage Packers dude. Um,
The
the
Philly guy
Raiders
got showed on TV like 40 times.
did he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like all those guys were there.
Yeah. Didn't the Chiefs guy get thrown in jail or something? The guy that wore the wolf outfit?
Yeah, yeah. He's like currently like on the loose. People kept making jokes about that. They're like, he's here somewhere.
Did you have to sign any autographs, or did you get recognized as the host of Better and Green?
A couple people thought it was Zach Galifianakis, but besides that, no.
You said you must recognize me from the Better and Green podcast.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, no, I know you from The Hangover. I'm like, God damn it.
You're like that too.
Yeah, yeah. I did give us a little shout out on the competition. There was like an MC with a mic, and he came over and he was dancing. So I started like dancing and grooving with him, and he's like, okay. And he handed me the mic, and I was like, subscribe to Better and Green. And right when they start, my father-in-law started filming is like right after I'd said that. I was like, damn it, I wish I would have got that. I wish I would have got that on film, man.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Overall, was your experience worth it? Because obviously a draft in Detroit next year.
Yeah.
Definitely think I'll be going to it, but what did you think overall? Would you do it again?
That's a great
If it was
question. So it was $0 to go. I'm just gonna start out with that. So that's why it gets so packed, especially on the day one. You're watching day 3, and I think if you want to go and do any of the activities, you don't go on day 1. Day 1 is mainly you're going there to watch the draft. There's just too many people to do anything. And I don't know if I said on this podcast or I was telling you guys offline, but if you want to sit in like the seats where you watch the people by stage, those are $5,000 a person on draft night for the first round. If you want those tickets for the third day, it's $500 a person. And then like the second day is still, it's like $1,000 something, $1,500, $2,000. So all those people you see day 1, those are rich people.
Yeah.
It was definitely, I'm really glad I went, and I'm really glad it was close to where I live. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in Detroit, I would go. I would expect to spend a lot of money. Everything there is very expensive. We got those, you saw the barbecue that we had. If you watched the video, it's like $30 a meal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everything there. If you want a t-shirt, it's going to be about $50. Hats start at like 35, which isn't too terrible. That's kind of close to like what you got on NFL.com. But I mean, a beer was $15.
Yeah.
A beer, not a 6-pack.
Yeah.
So
everyone listening, we need to blow up Better and Green in the next year to send Ethan
yeah.
to the NFL draft.
Yeah. It's worth going. It's
Okay.
worth going. You're going to be like jammed in there with people too.
Yeah.
Because I think if you're looking at the hill, they said it was like 60,000 people in like that section alone, but there was more than that because there were people up on the stairs and they tried blocking it off, but people just kept coming through.
Would you say it was worth it just to do one time in your life to go day 1?
Yeah.
But you'd probably go like day 2, day 3 if you did it again, or?
Honestly, I probably wouldn't go again.
Okay.
I would go like if we were doing something for the show, or like if it was to meet you guys, like we're gonna go hang out. It's a great social aspect, but I mean, there's nowhere to sit, and we were there for like 12 hours. So by the end of the day, like you're pretty tired, and you walk a ton too.
Yeah.
So you have to walk a long way just to even get to the area, and then once you're in the area, you do a bunch of walking around. But it is worth it. I think the hype of it starting, like Roger Goodell being like, "Okay, Carolina Panthers, you're on the clock," like that gets you hyped up. But It's not going to be as entertaining as if you were just watching it at home. I would say be prepared for that.
Yep.
I got one last question. If
Mhm.
or Ethan, if you have more, you can. But what was the biggest crowd like reaction to a draft pick? Like, what one
Ooh.
really riled up the crowd besides like the Chiefs selection at 31 or whatever?
Right. Well, not a lot of people knew that 31 guy. I know I didn't. I'm not gonna try to front on here, but
Yeah, I was getting late.
yeah, yeah. um, some of the best. Just hearing that the Texans traded up for the third pick, that was a huge reaction. People started screaming. I know I was screaming. That was, and I mean, you kind of knew that they were taking Will Anderson.
Yeah.
I was a little sad because I was hoping they'd pair Stroud with Jackson Smith
Smith
and
and
Jigba,
Jigba.
because I had him at plus 650, so that would have been really nice.
Same.
That was a big one. I think the Emmanuel Forbes, really, that was a big one too, because people just weren't expecting it. That was like the first one that people were like, who are they talking about? The Eagles trading up. And then I'm not going to lie to you guys, the Gibbs one. The Gibbs was a big reaction. And I mean, I don't know what's up with me and Lions fans. I'm like a magnet with you guys, but I was like in the Lions fan hub. There were like 10 Lions fans to the one side of me. On the other side was like a group of Colts fans. And then all in front and behind me were Chiefs fans. But when they were yelling, oh my gosh, they were not happy with that Gibbs pick. Especially because you guys traded back and like it looked like, okay, you guys are making like a great decision. You could have got Gonzalez was still on the board, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah. And to go Gibbs, that was very surprising.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even drinking that night, and I blacked out at the 12th pick. Like I barely remember anything else that happened. I was just sitting there like, what in the world did we just do?
Yeah.
I mean, Ben, they could have called your name, and I could have watched you walk up there, and I would have been less surprised than I was to hear Jameer Gibbs called out of his mouth. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. That I mean, I was going through a lot of emotions there. I was surprised they called it. I was sad that my bet didn't hit. I was thinking of you guys, wondering what your reaction was. I couldn't wait to get back to the hotel to watch. I knew you posted that video because my mom had texted me. She said, "Oh, I feel so bad for Ethan." I was like, "Dang, she got to see it before I did."
Yeah, I had a full thing planned for that. I was gonna give like a 4-minute, just like talking it over.
You didn't say anything.
You know, whoever it was, and then it happened. I was like, I gotta get off of here. It ended up being decent little quick vid.
Yeah, just a complete loss of words.
I didn't have anything.
You can see your heart just break.
Yeah.
Like I said, it literally could have been Ben walking across the stage, and I would have been less surprised. I mean, I never expected that. Ever.
Yeah, it was a tough pick. Yeah, that and their linebacker, sure. They were definitely the guys they wanted. Yeah.
All right, got it.
Definitely the guys they wanted. It just sucks when you know they most likely could have got them at later picks. That's the only thing that pisses me off because they definitely wanted those guys. I don't think they're terrible, but like I just didn't feel like the value was there.
Right.
It feels like we just took a minus 10,000 money line. Yeah, we could have got one at plus 100. I don't know.
A great analogy.
I guess the more I'm thinking about it, I'm not super upset. Like it's whatever. We got rid of Swift, so it's not like the end of the world having 3 running backs on the roster. But yeah, he better be a stud. Like he better be Kamara on steroids or something. I don't know. Like they better put him in that slot or I don't know. Better use him very skillfully. But yeah, not my favorite pick. However, round 2 and round 3, I was a big fan of. So I don't mind what they did later in the draft. But just round 1, I was not too happy.
We have another comment from Joe Smith. It says Wyatt will buy tickets to the draft thinking the Lions will be the number 1 pick. Then they'll trade it away to make it the same situation as the Natty.
Oh, okay. Who is this guy?
I don't know. Joe Smith.
Sounds like a name that, John Doe. Like,
Yeah.
we don't exist, Joe. But yes, that sounds like my luck.
What do you guys think of this Swift trade? You guys like it?
I love it. Obviously not gonna pay dividends here for a couple of years, but yeah, we weren't going to use them. And I actually saw a good tweet. I assume both you guys watched Hard Knocks this past year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, remember how just pissed off Deuce Staley would get with him about how soft he was? And I'm like, that's pretty fair.
It was the oh gosh, what's his name? Jamal Williams show.
Yeah.
I felt like the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. It seemed like Swift, he wasn't always in it. Maybe.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where it felt like you had to like beat the enthusiasm into him. So
Yeah.
it like didn't obviously like for what Detroit's trying to build, it didn't really fit, but he's also a stud. I really would have liked to have him one more year just to run him into the ground and then trade him for way more than he's worth. But it is what it is, I guess. We don't have to pay him the next year. But yeah, new Lions, I guess, and I'm really high expectations for Gibbs, which really scares me because usually when that happens, it has bust written all over him. But hopefully he can handle the pressure and hopefully he can do something.
You know how much the Eagles were salivating when they heard there was a Georgia player available for trade and it fit a need on their team? They're like, oh, we need him. We'll give whatever.
You mean the Philadelphia Bulldogs?
Yeah, those guys.
I was going to make a joke that, the Lions only draft Alabama and Iowa players. And then, oh, here we go. Never mind. That doesn't seem real. And then,
yeah.
Sorry, looking at the chat. And then the Eagles go on and draft like 8 Georgia players. So my joke didn't become funny anymore because the Eagles just destroyed it. But yeah, I guess if you went to Georgia, you don't have to be good at football. I saw a funny, I think it was a funny tweet that, or maybe a meme or something with Philly's GM calling like Georgia's water boy and be like, say we have a spot for you, like starting right now. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad strategy. They're 2-time national champs. We don't experience that too often in college football. And obviously they're breeding more NFL like big guys, I'd say, as opposed to skill, but still a good strategy.
Yeah, I'll also just touch on just really quick. I think the Eagles taking Jalen Carter was like a huge, great move for them because they have the ability to misfire on a guy like that. Where as opposed like Detroit probably couldn't make that pick and have it not pan out. So I think it's, not a huge risk, big reward type draft there for Philly. So
yeah.
I mean,
their D lines, their interior D line is going to be terrifying.
Yeah.
And actually, everyone's going to be terrifying. But yeah, Philly, I liked what they did. And then they get Swift, so they got their running back. I think Philly had a great draft, to be honest. And they're win now mode. So obviously, I don't know how well this is going to be in the future. But for the next year or two, I feel like they have just as much talent on all aspects of the field to compete with anyone. So I think that's what they wanted to do. They were like definitely win now mentality. And yeah, the Gibbs. So the thing with the Gibbs is pissed me off because that seems like a play. And I know Detroit's close, but they're not ready.
Right.
Gibbs feels like something you're one piece away, like something like. And I know we talk about how running backs don't really matter, but like the Bills are like one piece away. So maybe a running back there would be the play. Like the Lions have a couple more pieces to fill. So I don't know. Hopefully it pans out.
I am glad it was forever. I'm glad it was Gibbs over Bijan just because I like the skill set that Gibbs brings.
Yeah.
Especially with David Montgomery already there. But the one thing that I know I'm going to get shit on so hard when Gibbs goes for like 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns next year, but that still doesn't make him a good pick. But he'll be flashy. He'll be fun.
Yeah.
Thank God the Falcons got Bijan. Now they're going to be competitive this year. That pick made no sense. That pick really
No,
pissed
they
me
have-
off. I was
They
mad
still have
after that.
Algier, right?
Yes.
Algier still on the squad.
I think he was a
Yeah.
He had
rookie
a great
last
year
year.
last year.
Yeah.
He was a rookie last year.
209. 209, welcome in, baby.
Nice.
Welcome in. Comment your name. You get to be the first one up on the Wall of Fame.
I think someone
Comment down
commented.
below.
The Twitch one
Ethan
is,
Bainbridge. He subscribed.
Oh, yeah. 210. Whoa.
Nice.
What's
Wow,
up,
here we go.
everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in.
yeah,
Comment
a
your
couple
name,
more
guys.
and the shirt's coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does it too, guys. Be careful. Watch the last
Dude.
stream.
212. 212. It'll be tarps off
Tarps off 212.
for Wyatt.
Tarps off 212. I like it.
215
I'll
for
do it.
Ethan, 220 for me. You get to 220, it's just the shirts for skins, and there's only skins.
225. I take off my pants.
225, Wyatt's talk with his ass cheeks like, was it Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
Shit.
I saw this interesting stat. I don't know if you guys saw it. Bryce Young was the first Alabama player to go number 1 overall in the modern NFL draft era.
Really?
That did not seem right, but that's by DraftKings Nation. I'm seeing that.
Yeah,
SB Nation.
I know Tua was what, like 5 or 6, something like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even say
Um,
Alabama quarterback. It just says Alabama
'cause that was-
player.
Yeah, they haven't really had a DN go that high. I guess Will Anderson was going to be their one hope, but it ended up being fine with Bryce. Yeah, I think that's true.
They've just
Sounds
been
right.
so
I believe
good
it.
for so long. That's crazy.
So they usually have receivers that are in the teens.
Mhm.
Then yeah, I guess they just haven't had that stud quarterback per se. I mean, they have, but not like the guy. Like Joe Burrow was the guy in the Tua draft.
Right. Stetson Bennett. Will
Yeah.
Stetson Bennett ever start a game in the NFL?
I like Stetson Bennett personally.
Where did he go to again?
I think the Rams,
Yeah.
because the
Decent
Rams
pick.
like those Georgia quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Something the Eagles can get upset about. I don't mind Stetson Bennett at all. I hate the
Yeah.
CJ Stroud pick.
So do
Dude.
I. I think that's did you hear him talking? And then it's not just because I dislike Ohio State, but that dude is not all there. Like, yeah,
I'm
he
a
could throw the
fool.
ball around, but holy hell, is that tough to get a sentence out of him?
I'm a full believer, fully bought in just this year to that Wonderlic test. And if you're
Yeah.
scoring that low,
The S2.
Yeah.
the odds aren't in your favor.
That
Not
that,
a good look.
That TikTok you made, Wyatt, of the shirtless dude, the Mike O'Hearn, say that like he
Oh,
thought
yeah.
you scored at 18. CJ Stroud think it's the best record.
I think he just broke the record.
Yeah. That had me dead.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I obviously want him to go do poorly because I despise Ohio State. But yeah, I mean, he's also saying like he's like coming from all this adversity. I'm not talking about his personal life. I'm talking about like his actual play. Like, dude, you were on Ohio State. Like, what
Yeah.
adversity are you talking about? You got the starting job almost immediately. Like, you didn't have to beat anyone out. Also, let's forget you're the only quarterback to never beat Michigan. So you're one of the worst ever
Yeah.
in record wise. So I don't know. I don't like the guy. I also didn't realize, not to talk too much on appearances, but you were spot on, bed with your with Jackson Smith. Looks
When I watched your video, I was dying.
why did I never realize that's how he looked? I was always so scared of this guy because like he's like a super dangerous wide receiver. He's still very dangerous, but I was like, he looks like that?
He looks like a child, man.
Like, no wonder Michigan shut him down.
They look different with the helmet on, man.
Yeah, it's
Sure
true.
do.
Yeah, he looked very intimidating. And as soon as that helmet came off, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I personally thought Houston's draft was bad.
I don't know. I'm kind of
Yeah,
excited for
they
him next year.
gave away everything.
I mean, you're nowhere close that a quarterback and an end are gonna fix your problems. I think in that situation you trade back. You don't trade up.
No.
I mean, I was not impressed. I don't know if I've said this to you guys yet, but I saw some stuff on Will Anderson that I just wasn't a huge fan of personally in his play. I thought he turned it on and turned it off sometimes.
He was slipping there, remember?
The big thing on Aiden Hutchinson was his motor. They never shuts it off, and like that was apparent at Michigan and in his first year with Detroit. I don't think Anderson's that guy. I mean, if you remember that Texas game, he played like shit.
Yeah.
I think he had 3 unsportsmanlike conduct calls, and
They played like shit against Tennessee too.
yeah.
The problem with him though is he is just the freakiest athlete. Well, I guess all those really big DNs are freaks, but yeah, that's the problem. And that's like what, a lot of people were scared with Hutchinson is because he's not really athletically there. Like, yeah, he's strong, but doesn't have good bend, not super fast, little undersized. But like, if you have a motor like that, it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
And obviously it's also hard to stop a freak athlete, but yeah, Detroit got the right guy. That's all I care about. I would have loved to have Will on the other side, but that wasn't going to happen. So,
yeah.
That motor is a big thing. That's the difference between like Joey the Bull Bosa, or Nick the Bull Bosa, Joey the Bitch Bosa. I mean, they're both phenomenal, but I mean, Nick's got that motor that just sets him apart from everybody else.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I just found a Nick Bosa rookie card the other day that I have. Don't even know where I got it, but I was like, okay.
Nice.
That might do well. Maybe that'll pay for my draft.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hopefully he'll be signing autographs there.
Yeah, there you go.
Then you get a sign. Then really sell for something.
There you go.
Or maybe you could just trade it in for a T-shirt because it'll probably be the cash equivalent.
True.
Did you guys want to talk about our brackets that we filled out for NBA, NHL?
I'd rather not talk the NBA one, but we probably should.
Which one do you guys want to start with?
Let's start NBA.
Okay.
So I'm out. I have the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah. They won one postseason game this year. I thought they'd win it all.
How surprising is that, though?
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier when I said I had one more NBA thing. So I assume you guys saw the Giannis post-game thing, which was, him saying, we grew this year. It's never a failure in sports, blah, blah, which it was kind of cool to see him say that. But at the same time, like, dude, that was a complete failure. I mean, you guys just blew 3 games in a row. We had huge leads, couldn't score for. Yeah, I mean, I get what he's saying there. Good for him, but that was a failure. There's no way they should have lost that series like that.
I messaged Caitlin Gill, and she was not doing great.
I did think about her.
Yeah.
Well, it could be worse. Could be a Pistons fan. We were eliminated back in October. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just kind of go over my picks here. So yeah, had the Bucks winning it all. Obviously not doing well. Had the Cavs over the Knicks. That one also wasn't even close. Other than that, I was 100%. Had the Sixers, Celtics, Nuggets, Suns, Warriors, and Lakers. Not too many surprises there. Lakers, the 7 seed over the 2, but I don't think too many people are shocked by that. Warriors 6, Kings 3, kind of same thing there. Yeah, moving forward, like I said, had the Bucks advancing. Obviously, won't happen. I have the Celtics, the Suns, which now I don't love, obviously being down 1-0 already, and I do kind of think the Nuggets win tonight. And I have the Lakers over the Warriors, which I still really like that. If I had to redo it, I would have Lakers Celtics in the finals instead of Lakers Bucks.
Yeah, I don't have mine up, but I believe I have two wrong. I picked the Grizzlies over the Lakers, and that one did not pan out. And I took the Bucks over the Heat. But I did have the Knicks over the Cavs, 76ers over the Nets. I believe I said that was going to be a sweep, and it was. Celtics over the Hawks, Nuggets over the whoever they played at the 8 seed, and then Suns over the Clippers. But yeah, I had the Bucks, I believe, losing to the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Final. So that one hurts, but I think everyone else is still alive. I had the Suns in the Western Conference taking on the Celtics. I think I had the Celtics taking it all. So I'm technically still alive, but Denver's kind of freaking me out. I think Denver might do something here. And I will continue. Again, I'm going to keep stressing. I'm going to continue to fade Denver, and I will probably go down a lot of money because I just have a bad feeling that they're going to like make it this year or do something. I don't know. But yeah, I was a little pissed off with the Grizzlies. I'm just not a LeBron guy, and I kind of wanted to get on Dylan Brooks bandwagon, but the more I started watching Brooks, that guy sucks. Like, he's worse than LeBron. So I found myself rooting for LeBron and against my picks, and that's nowhere I ever want to be. So happy that series is over. I'll probably root for Steph now to take out the Lakers. That's going to be a great series, though. Really big rivalry. We talked about it a little bit, that one rivalry episode with Steph and LeBron, and excited to see that again in round 2.
Yeah.
If you're watching, comment the matchup you guys had and the matchup that you guys think will happen now. Ethan, mine was the exact same as yours, man. We were pretty much lockstep that first round. I had the Bucks. We all had the Bucks. Bucks lost. I believe that the Cavs defense was going to be able to make this competitive and win it. They were outclassed the entire series. Ethan, we have Dylan Brooks to thank personally for that Lakers win, because I don't know if they win like they did without that. I mean, they were hot after that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It makes me think of that. The Warriors, have you guys seen the articles coming out about the speech that Steph gave?
Yeah.
There's things that I believe turn the tide and turn series. And I think Brooks turned it in that Memphis series. I think Steph got them locked in for that Sacramento series. So it's hard enough to like Golden State going forward since they have so much history and all these guys have been here before. Going against the Lakers, I think I had the Warriors moving on. I think they still move on. I think I had the Suns and Celtics in the finals, I believe. Yeah, Suns and Celtics in the finals. Still like the Celtics. I think if they get past the 76ers here, I think that they make the championship. Then they're facing either the Heat or the Knicks, and I don't see either of those two teams making it. That West is going to be the fun one. They got your Denver, Wyatt, you've been talking about. The Suns that have really had a lot of the hype going in because they got KD and all those boys. Warriors are the team that's been there, and Lakers got LeBron. So the West is going to be the must-watch TV going forward.
Yeah, Ben, we might have to figure out some little side wager for that Lakers series.
I'd love to, man. It's been a while. We need to do something again, man.
Yeah. Got the Reaper right here.
Oh, perfect. I got mine in the closet right behind the computer.
I will say there are 3 teams in our bracket challenge tied with 240 points for the top. It's your 3 boys right here.
Really?
Dude.
But I'm out. I had the Bucks win it all. You guys are both alive with the Celtics, so technically you guys are probably a little bit ahead of me there.
Don't matter, man. The boys are on top. That's what matters.
Boys are on top, so feels good.
Because that was not the case with March Madness. You dropped early in that one.
If you want to find your 3 boys at the bottom of March Madness, that's where we were. Yeah. Not
right.
good.
Do you guys want to talk about anything else with the NBA? And also, comments. Let us know what should me and Ethan do if the Warriors win or if the Lakers win. Let us know what the punishment should be.
Yep.
I found a chip that's supposedly 10 times hotter than the one chip challenge chip.
Oh, no.
I will not be doing that because that was a terrible experience.
Yeah. That put me in bed for the night.
I've never had my stomach feel like that.
Me either.
That was fucked up.
I remember we were going through a full that night we were talking about well, we were still with Cooper Sports, and I think we were talking about wages and stuff at that point. And I was on the toilet for over an hour, just talking back and forth with everybody. And actually, I looked at my phone. I was like, "Holy shit! I've been here for like an hour and 2 minutes."
I love the Twitter updates along with it, though.
Oh, it was bad.
He's able to follow along play by play. I have a question.
We're trying to get our.
I want to know.
We're trying to get our game picks out. I'm just. My stomach was just rolling.
I got a question. I want to know if this is kosher. If I eat that chip, am I able to ask my pregnant wife for help with my stomach pains?
I think, and don't tell her this, but I think your stomach pains are worse than hers after that trip.
Yeah, exactly.
However, that's not going to go over well if you say that.
Yeah, that oh man, that was something else. I could still remember. I was leaning back a little bit, like sinking in my chair, thinking like, "Holy shit, we gotta get through these picks."
Oh man, hey, we did it though.
We did
it once.
Both made it through. I still watch those videos and laugh from time to time.
Yeah. You guys want to get to NHL?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right, we've officially crossed over an hour. We've gained 3 subscribers. Thank you, guys. If you're watching this, make sure you are subscribed. Leave your comment name and have a chance to be the first person on the Wall of Fame. Come on, guys. You can do it.
I wish it could be me.
If you were already subscribed, you are not eligible. Sorry, Ethan.
In other quick news, boys, I think I just got myself my second snow day at the new job tomorrow.
Hey.
So
wow,
let's go, Ethan. Let's go.
This job rocks. This is like, I mean, too bad it's an hourly job, so like,
so we're back
to
to square one.
Money yet. Back to square one. But yeah, not bad. Anywho.
DoorDash on your snow days, man.
What's that?
DoorDash on your snow days.
I
People want
should
to be eating their burritos still.
I should.
Needing their toilet.
Then it ruins the whole fun of it, you know?
Yeah.
The perk of living in Michigan, May snow days.
I was wearing shorts today, man.
Yeah, no, not here. High 30s tomorrow.
Oh,
I'll be back 3 weeks, 25th.
Okay.
For a couple weeks.
Well, tomorrow looks like the last crappy day. It's supposed to be 70 on Friday, so.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Can I request something? I know I'm not a fan, but can we get like a collab or something going up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really home for too much. I'm home for too much time. But yeah, I'm down. We'll definitely have to clap it at a bar at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see some of the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, we can do it. We only live like 10 minutes away from each other.
Yep.
You guys can throw me on FaceTime. I'll have a beer with you.
There we go. Maybe we can do a YouTube live about I don't know, 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah, there you go. It was 40%. Boston was picked 40% to win.
40%. You guys want me to start here with this one?
Sure.
All right, so I had the Panthers over the Bruins for the first round. So, no, I'm just kidding. I had the Bruins, like everybody else did. This bracket's pretty bad. I did have the Maple Leafs. I know that was a heavily debated one between the three of us, and I was wishy-washy, talked myself into the Leafs. Don't have to buy myself one of those clown masks now, so feel good about that.
You can do better than that, Ethan. Come on, say it with your chest, man. Talk some shit.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I knew it all along. Yeah, I mean, those guys were playing with their canes out there. It's probably the last time you see that Lightning team together. But no, I mean, that was a pretty good series. After game one, I was like, oh boy, here we go again.
Yeah.
But yeah, never a doubt there. I took my shot with the Islanders over the Hurricanes. That didn't pan out. Rangers tonight, need them to hit. Avalanche over the Kraken didn't work out. I know a couple people in our group had the Seattle Kraken advancing in that matchup. I don't know if any of you guys did, but shout out to those guys. And then I had the Stars over the Wild. That was a pretty good series. Really happy to see the Stars. I did end up betting that series live when Dallas went down 0-1. I took them plus 120 to win that series. So that was, in hindsight, a really good bet. And then I had the Golden Knights, and then I took my shot with the Kings over the Oilers. Also did not work out. Moving forward, I had Boston and the Kings, like I said, so those aren't even there. The only two picks that might be available at that point is the Rangers and the Stars, who I have both advancing to the Stanley Cup final. So need the Rangers tonight, need the Rangers and the Stars in the next series, and then I'll be looking pretty good.
Well, I unfortunately have the Avalanche to win it all. They didn't make it out of the second round, so that one sucks. I did have the Stars. I had the Knights and the Oilers. I do have – who do I have here? I have the Rangers tonight. I did pick the Hurricanes. I picked the Lightning, unfortunately, and I picked the Bruins. So, moving on, I guess my only one that I have alive that moves on is the Hurricanes. I have them in my Stanley Cup final, but they can't play anyone because the Avalanche are out. Not great. But I think I have the Oilers to – I have the Oilers to the Western Conference final, and then I have the Hurricanes, the Eastern Conference final. So 3 out of the 4 are left, but my winner's gone.
I did not do great. Looking back, I picked the Golden Knights, but I apparently on the app I picked Winnipeg. So that's a loss right there. Listen to the podcast bid, not the on the app bid. Edmonton I picked to win. They're my Stanley Cup champions. I'm not feeling great after this last series. I have quite a bit of worries after watching how much they struggle versus the Kings. Kings are a good team, but we just went down to 209. Come on now. Edmonton.
Like it.
Yeah, they're not Edmonton fans. They struggled, but I think that they still have a good chance of getting there. I think they do beat the Golden Knights this round. Dallas and the Avalanche, I picked both of them. I think Dallas is a great team. I have Dallas going pretty far. And then, of course, Boston and Tampa Bay. Neither of them won. Got Hurricanes, got the Rangers as well. I was pretty high on the Rangers going into the series. The whole team's really hoping that the Rangers are able to pull this one out. Looking going forward, I had Dallas and Edmonton playing in the next round, so that one's still looking good. Hopefully Dallas can get by them, but I don't know. At this point in time, I actually like Dallas more. I wasn't as concerned about Edmonton's goaltending, but I feel like it's been even worse in the playoffs than it was in the regular season. So that's a huge concern. That Rangers and Boston, so hopefully the Rangers can keep them moving.
Yeah, I will say, Ben, if the Rangers lose tonight, you're the only person left alive with the your Stanley Cup champion alive. Because I have the Rangers taking it all. So, at this point, I kind of think Dallas might do it. I like Dallas quite a bit.
Me too.
And I'm bummed that Colorado didn't win. A, because I had a future on Colorado. B, I knew Dallas was going to be the underdog in that series, so I was really hoping to take that series price with Dallas, but can't lay 170 against Seattle. or whatever they're at, 190, something like that.
What are the chances that the Krakens just knocked off the did they knock off the Avalanche? What are their chances of knocking off the Stars? At 100%.
I don't think great. I think they have a good chance of taking game one just because they're fired up, and I think Dallas could potentially overlook them. Dallas might be kind of celebrating the fact that they don't have to play the Avs. But I was high on the Avs, obviously took that future on them, and it wasn't even great. It was like plus 700, I think I had. So, but after watching them in the playoffs, they weren't even close to the team they were last year that won the cup. I think missing their captain, Gabe Landeskog, I believe he's their captain. He was out all year for them. I think that really hurt this year. I think why we were saying Nishushkin was out, I think was the player that was having that thing going on. So they didn't look like the same team. In hindsight, I wasn't too shocked, I guess, that the Kraken beat them. I still am. An expansion team that was dog shit last year went out and beat the reigning champs, but yeah, they weren't what they used to be.
We still have a decent opportunity for the cup to return home. We have two teams left that looked really good on both sides of the bracket, so it could come back to the Canucks, Canada. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like low-key like the Panthers right now. I think the Panthers, obviously, they're getting a lot of hype because it just beat the Bruins, but I don't know. They can score a lot, and we've seen them. What was it? Last year, they won the President's Cup, or 2 years ago, whatever year it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're still a really good team, and I don't know. Offensively, they're almost comparable to the Oilers in my mind. Not quite there, but really high-powered offense. So I kind of like the Panthers against the Leafs, but Oilers, I think, will have their hands full at the Knights, but I think that's could possibly be a 7-game series where they could squeak by. There's still an opportunity, but I think Stars are going to win easily, and then I do think the Hurricanes are going to take it. So Hurricanes is my only future left, and I think I like their odds. I like their side of the bracket. But yeah, the West is kind of wide open. I like the Stars over whoever wins out the Knights and the Oilers. So, I guess I'm just kind of rooting for until the Oilers lose. I'll just keep rooting for the Oilers. And then if not, I'll go the other Canadian team if the Maple Leafs are still alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say the Kraken maybe a 20% chance of winning. I just think that Dallas is way better than the Avalanche. They struggle quite a bit with Minnesota, which I just love that the short that we posted, like now in fourth overtime, because that it seemed like that game and then the Dallas game. There's last series. There's so many overtime games. I like the Stars a lot in this one versus the Kraken. And I'm with you, Wyatt. I like the Panthers a lot too. They just knocked off the best team in hockey throughout the regular season. So why couldn't
One
they
can say the worst team in the playoffs?
Yeah. Yeah. Why couldn't they do it against the Maple Leafs? But the Maple Leafs do kind of feel almost like a team of destiny, right? With the O'Reilly trade, and they got a good goaltending as well. So I feel like these playoffs is still pretty wide open everywhere.
Yeah,
I agree.
But that's the best part about hockey.
Yeah, I'm ready for some new matchups to come in for NBA and NHL.
Both NBA and NHL. We were getting pretty stagnant there, especially with a lot of the series going to 7 games. Needed some new blood in the water or something. But
yeah,
I'm happy we have different matchups.
Me too.
And then we'll have the same problem in about 10 days or so for all the other game 7s.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. All right, man. You guys got anything else?
That's about it.
Yeah. Whoever you are, number 210, please resubscribe. Shirt's going off if you do it.
There you go.
There you go.
We'll see just a little bit longer for you, 210.
210.
Guys, we might have to try again in the next live, but we have no entries to the Wall of Fame after today. I'm a little disappointed. I was excited to add somebody.
Joe Smith was right there. Joe, if you're still with us, let us know.
We know Joe Smith's not your real name, but let us know your real name.
Please come on the live every week. Wyatt will be here for you to mess with. Let's see what else we got going on, guys. We post every Thursday, so we're gonna be posting. We posted last Wednesday because we tried to get the draft video out a little earlier. Apologies with the draft video, guys. I don't know what happened. I only uploaded half of it. I tried as much as I could before I left for Kansas City. I just couldn't get it to work. So we got you guys the audio version at least. And then Wyatt did a whole nother mock draft video. So you guys are well set with the mock draft this year. Let's see. What are we going to be going over this week, boys?
I'll quick touch on that.
Yeah.
Better in Green mock draft. So someone pointed out to us that we only got the Bryce Young pick correct.
Yeah.
However, we got the Will Levis falling out of the first round correct, and we also hit on quite a few players to their specific team. It just wasn't in the first round. We had Joey Porter to Pittsburgh, I think, or at least we talked about it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We had Levis to the Titans. No, maybe we didn't have that.
I think it's Richardson to the Titans.
Richardson to the Titans. Maybe it wasn't quite like that, but there was a lot we talked about that.
Yeah, and it's
I
hard,
noticed that too.
obviously when you look at the list and see that only one's right, it's hard to manage that with trades. So as soon as a team trades up, it throws everything off. So it's like, if you actually look like the teams the players we had going to certain teams, we pretty much had the right positions on a lot of the teams. We knew where their heads were, but with trades and with guys moving up and back, it's hard to predict what players are going to go to what team. But I think positionally, we were kind of in the right headspace. Like we knew either wide receiver, tight end for the Chargers. We knew a bunch of teams going O linemen. So I think we were pretty spot on that stuff. But again, yeah, once you get trades to happen, it's almost impossible to predict the exact player to which team. But it was funny that he did bring that up. But I thought we did pretty good for as good as we could with a very unpredictable draft and a bunch of trades. So
yeah,
I think we did okay.
I also wanted to add, we had Will Anderson going to the Texans at 2. I consider that a win.
That's a
win.
Yeah.
Come on.
Anyone talking shit, by the way, I want to see where you projected Jahmyr Gibbs to the Lions at 12.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to see Arizona trade back to 12 and then back up to 6. I wanted to see you project.
Yeah. And a lot of them were close. Like Bijan was within 2 picks. Broderick Jones was right there. Yeah, they were all super close.
Yep.
There was also a couple weird, like we took a lot of, at least I did a lot of my analysis from like a lot of people's big boards. There was a lot of players jumping big boards in that first round. Like we saw, as you said, Forbes jump 3 corners to go get drafted. We saw, what's his face? Kincaid jump Mayer, and then 2 other guys jump Mayer, or just one other guy jump Mayer at tight end. We saw bunch of offensive linemen jump other offensive linemen. We saw D linemen jump D linemen. So like it's I don't know. Apparently big boards don't matter to NFL GMs, but maybe we took too much, or I took too much of that data to heart. But yeah, I feel like that kind of screws a draft too. Once, especially the corner getting drafted above 3 other technically best corners, like that's tough to predict there. And then it throws everyone off a pick. So
Also, go back and rewatch. I said Paris Johnson going to be the first offensive lineman taken. Boom, check mark.
That was when it was still plus money.
Yeah. I also don't think that people understand that was a 3-person mock draft. So it's like you have the way you think it's going to go in your head, and if someone else zigs, you have to zag. So that I think we did pretty dang well for a 3-person mock.
Yep, I agree.
All right, guys. I don't think we're getting 210 back. We lost another
We tried.
Hey,
we tried.
RIP 210.
All right.
We'll get you back soon.
You know, ESPN's not going to have these free giveaways and care about you like we care about you. Better Green is for the people. Sports, entertainment / comedy, giveaways with you guys, fan interaction, and charity. That's better than green. That's the 4 pillars.
That's what 4 pillars to any good establishment.
Exactly.
That's what we're built on.
It is. It is. Ethan, can you remind me what was our our very first subscriber promo?
I know what you're talking about. I can't St. Jude's, right?
St. Jude, yeah. Donated into St. Jude, man. We care about you guys. We care about all the listeners. You guys subscribe. We're gonna give you guys back the love tenfold that you give us.
Yep. And once we get this thing blown up a little bit, start getting a little monetization, that's when it really kicks in.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing this out of our own pockets right now, not making nothing. So you just imagine when we start making something with this.
We need to find our boy Mac, Mr. March Madness champion. He has $50 in his pocket thanks to us.
Go talk to Mac.
And thanks to him, he had a great bracket. I mean,
oh, Mackie boy.
That's just it pays to subscribe and to participate. What can we say? And that's not counting all the winning bets that we give you guys. I mean,
true. We're on a roll. I got to go crunch the numbers, but we'll get out a graphic of what we are. We're on, besides yesterday, we're pretty hot.
Yeah. And I know I need to be making that article on our website. Our, what is that? April recap? April recap now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a lot better than our March.
Yeah. We'll crunch some numbers and get some data out for you, but I think we're doing pretty well.
We are. By the next live, we'll have those numbers for you guys.
Yep.
Okay. Make sure you guys see all of those icons in the corner by Ethan and Wyatt on the side. Make sure you guys follow all of those. Subscribe. Join the green team so we can do more stuff for you guys. Join our lives. Comment. Subscribe. Join the Wall of Fame. And we'll see you guys in the next episode on Thursday. Peace, guys.
Later, guys. Thanks.
See you guys.